Hello everyone, I'm Cindy and I work for the Specialized Adult Day Program. For my video today, I'll be making something that my mom has made for years and served to my brothers and sisters and I as a child growing up. How many of you people out there have had fresh homemade apple pie? I bet all of you have. Now, how many people have had fresh apple pie made from absolutely zero apples? Bet not too many people have. I've been telling my co-workers about this pie for about a year and a half now, but just never had the chance to make it for them. So today I will be making it with you and showing you how to do it. It's a great pie to make if you want to trick your family or friends when they come over for a dinner. The pie is called mock apple pie, or as I know it growing up, it was called Ritz cracker apple pie. And it only takes about 45 to an hour to make this pie from start to finish. You might ask yourself, why does mock apple pie taste like apple pie? You get this thing that you think is an apple pie, tastes like an apple pie, and looks like an apple pie, but it really isn't. The recipe works and tastes authentic primarily because of a certain special ingredient called cream of tartar. Cream of tartar is a potassium bitrate. Hopefully I said that right. It's a sediment left over from a barrel of wine after it's been fermented. So let's get started. So the first thing that we will need is 1.5 cups of water. So we're going to pour that in the pot. Okay. And to that, we are going to add 2 cups of sugar. This is going to be the base of the syrup that's going to go over the crackers. So I'm going to pour that in there. Stir it up. Okay. The next thing we're going to add is the cream of tartar. And you will need 2 teaspoons of the cream of tartar powder. So we're going to put that in there. Okay. Stir that up, and we're going to wait for that to come to a boil. It's going to make the base of the syrup. So once that boils, we let it simmer for 5 minutes. While that is boiling, coming to a boil, we're going to take our pie crust, which I just buy the pre-made pie crust, and 36 Ritz crackers. Some of the recipes say to crumble it up and put it in, but I find if you just break it in half, break all the crackers into half, they come out as better pieces of apple. So we're just going to pour that in to our pie crust. We're going to spread that around. There we go. To make like pieces of apple when they're cooked. Okay. Now that we have the syrup mixture that has been simmering for 5 minutes, usually what I'll do is I'll set my timer on my oven at the 450 degrees to start, and once it's preheated it'll beep and that'll tell me it's been simmering for 5 minutes. It helps with the timing. Okay, so to this syrup we are going to add a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon right in there. Then I like to add nutmeg in mine. Most of the recipes you find online won't say nutmeg, but I add 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg to the mixture. And then I add about 2, maybe 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Some of the recipes again online are going to say that plus the lemon zest, but when I tried their recipe, it tasted more like lemon pie than apple pie. So you add that to it, and you mix all that up. It's already starting to smell like apple pie. Mix that in. And you can go online and you'll see a few recipes for this apple pie, Ritz cracker apple pie. My mom never put lemon juice in hers at all when she made it, so you can omit the lemon juice. So just going to make sure that's all mixed in. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, we're just going to take the mixture and pour it over crackers. Like so, and I like to make sure all the crackers get doused into the juice. A bit more. Depending on the size of your pie plate, you might not need all the juice. Put that over there. And I cheated a little bit. I cannot make pie crust to save my soul. So I just bought the pre-made stuff. It works just the same. Now you take your other pie crust that you have, pre-made for me, and we're going to put it over top. Just unfold it. Whoops, I forgot to add the butter. Sorry. So you got to add 2 tablespoons of cubed butter. All through your pie. There we go. Then you pull over your pie crust. Like so. There we go. And you're going to crimp the edges with your fingers. On the sides. Sometimes I'll use the fork once I get it all crimped in. There we go. And because I've sort of broken up the pie crust on the top, I don't need to cut any holes. If you're a better pie crust person than me, and you make a homemade pie crust that's thick on the top, you want to cut some holes to vent the air. But because I've had a tiny bit of a mishap, and my pie crust has broken up a little bit on the top, I don't really have to poke any holes. Okay. Now the last thing you're going to do is take egg and water, little egg wash. You put that across the top of your pie. There we go. It already smells like an apple pie with the cinnamon and the nutmeg and everything. Okay. And as I said before, you set your oven at 450, and we're going to bake this for about 45 minutes.